Stars International is a multicultural, open-format record label with multiple production services from recording to broadcasting. On the label side, we focus on developing artists and helping them achieve their goals. On the production side, we cover anything from recording and mixing your vocals to creating your master track. We also include distribution if needed, and we have full access to TV production and on-air services to help build and create the artist you want to be. We're a fully digital studio and plan on taking music theory to the next level.
Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you could put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
Good morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast. As Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
So I grabbed myself and called 888-994-4995 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning.
So get ready for the time of your life.
Shake off your sleepies, buckle up, because it's showtime.
Welcome!
Happy Monday to
the
you.
Brooklyn Cafe morning show.
Good morning. Brew crew in the house.
Brew crew in the house. I got water. I got stuff.
You're doing really, really well. Happy Monday to you. Nice new shirt you got with your AMP embroidery. Good morning. Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning.
She's like, and you want me to talk?
And I want you to talk.
You want me to run board sound and talk to you?
Do you know what this is?
That would be your Bible?
This is my new book. I'm keeping a ledger now.
Of what?
Appointments and things and people to talk to.
Nice.
You have no idea.
I like it a lot. Look at this whole new organized Freddie.
All
I
of my
like it.
shows and everything. It's just gotten to a point that I have to organize.
I know.
Ooh,
It's a good thing. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Show morning. Morning time.
Morning time.
Morning time. How was your weekend?
It was quiet. I watched the playoffs on Sunday all day.
Oh, man.
And I had to do some shopping on Saturday.
I won big.
You know, you didn't win nothing.
I won big in my mind because I don't bet. But I should have. I actually should have done something about that. Both games. I called both games.
You called Brady in the first one?
Yeah, because
Really?
you know what? There's nothing like Tampa for the Super Bowl.
You know, it's
First
funny.
time in history, right?
First time in history, the home team is going to be at the Super Bowl.
Pretty amazing.
Did you watch the game or you just found?
I
looked
watched
at
the
end
best
of-
part of the game, as I've always said my entire life, last 2 minutes of the game. Do you know how much you can do in the last 2 minutes of a game?
You didn't watch the whole game. You just
No.
watched the.
Last 2 minutes.
Aaron Rodgers played the worst game all year in that game, and the play calls that they did, you got to scratch your head and say, what the hell are they doing?
Because they wanted Tampa to play in the Super Bowl in Tampa. Great for morale of Florida.
You know something? I don't believe in conspiracies. I think that
I didn't say it was a conspiracy. I'm just saying.
well, the only reason that they would let Brady win is because of a conspiracy that you
No
wanna-
conspiracies, but Tampa, and I told Teddy, she won. She's like, huh? What? She wasn't even watching, but
She was going for Brady.
she would loves Tampa. So, yeah. Brady and Tampa is all I can say.
I
You
got
watched both games? And the last game, I watched, I think, the last 30 seconds. But I told you, I called KC. We did a whole thing on the group chat. I was the only one that called KC.
Yes. I know.
You got to love how I bet. I like their
Everybody
colors.
wanted to see Buffalo beat Mahomes. And I got to tell you, not for nothing, but you get to watch the GOAT, the greatest of all time in the Super Bowl. Maybe his last. Maybe not. Maybe he's there next year. Who knows? Play against the new Brady.
Who's the new Brady?
Mahomes
Ah.
is going to be the new Brady.
So he went in with like all these things against him, turf toe and a shoe too big and past concussion and wow, I got to tell you. How'd it go? Did you help him?
What happened was I went to.
Guy talking to a mic. Taylor's on mic 4.
Listen, did you fix it? We'll talk about what happened later.
Taylor, you fixed it?
Yeah, he just needed to set up
That's
the
4
screen key.
Awesome.
and A1 and 4.
Okay. There you go.
Did you guys watch the playoff games yesterday?
A little bit.
A little bit. How can you say a little bit?
A little bit.
How can you say it? Did you
I
watch?
watched it a little.
My dad was watching it.
We got work for your dad. He's going to be the next superstar.
He came in my room yesterday and was asking me, so what do you need me to record? And I'm like, I don't know yet, but it'll come soon.
We got big
Yeah.
stuff coming for your dad. Just wait until this afternoon. Big stuff.
Big stuff coming.
How many? Yeah. No more ice cream.
Why?
We got to get some more ice cream.
Yeah, I have it in my freezer. I just forgot to
Yeah.
get it today.
Yeah, yeah. And you're gonna find out just how much things really weigh.
Oh man, you know what I did this
2.2
weekend?
down.
I just want you to know my exciting Saturday night. This is pandemic style of me on a Saturday night. I cleaned my Keurig machine and I changed the filter in my refrigerator water spout. That was my excitement for Saturday night. No, I did watch The White Tiger. I was watching TV Saturday morning and it was suggested watching The White Tiger on Netflix. New movie. I watched it. Was not what I thought. I thought it was going to be like a Slumdog Millionaire. Not so much. It was okay. The acting was interesting.
What
The
was it about?
storyline was, it was about really the caste system in India and how this young boy grew up in a very small village, low caste, and how he makes his way up into as an entrepreneur and what he does to get himself there.
And no good.
It wasn't a sleeper. It was interesting the steps he took. It definitely was not a rainbow and unicorn kind of movie that I always like, the happy ending at the end. He got where he needed to go, but it was how he got there that I was like, not my kind of movie. But it was a good movie.
Did you enjoy it?
Bianca, what's her name? Bianca Chopra? Is that her name? Priyanka Chopra.
Who's that?
She was the executive producer and starred in it. She was Miss India. She's done a lot of things. So she was in it. So it was interesting.
Oh,
Interesting
my
kind of
friend
movie.
Miss India.
Yes, exactly.
I like her.
I know. She is beautiful.
We're very tight.
She's beautiful. So that was my Saturday night. Oh, and I had a Freddie moment. I have to say, and this is the reason Green Bay lost. I am sorry, but it was one woman at Whole Foods that caused you all to lose the game. So I go to Whole Foods because Linda gave me the recipe for the tonic the other night. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to Whole Foods and I'm going to make it. I don't often go to the grocery store, nor do I often go Saturday. So I was like in PTSD of all these people. So I do my thing and I go to check out, and there was a line of family in front of me with 5 things, but it took 20 minutes for these 5 things and these 5 people in a family to check out. So I go through Whole Foods. I had a lot of fruits and vegetables, so I didn't want to do the checkout on my own because I had to weigh it all. And at the end, the cashier, he says to me, do you have your Amazon Prime app? And I went, all right, let me look. I didn't have it, so I go to download it. He says, no, just give me anything you order on Amazon. Just open up your account and I'll scan it. Meanwhile, the woman behind me says, do you have to do that now? And I look at her and she's got a Green Bay mask on, hence how I know she likes Green Bay. I said, yeah, I do. Otherwise, I can't do this for checkout. She goes, well, you're just so rude. She goes, but what else would I expect in Boca than rudeness?
Really?
And I went, exactly where you're right behind me in line at Boca. Have a lovely day. And at that point, I knew Green Bay was going to lose.
So she got upset because you had to look for your,
My app for Prime.
which opens up, you just have to look for the account number.
Correct. But apparently that took about 30 seconds too long for her kind soul to be standing behind me in the grocery store. Then don't go to the grocery store. But it was a Freddie moment. As I wanted to explode on her, I had visions of your story in Walmart. as you exploded on someone. I said to you, how could you explode on someone in Walmart? But now I know how you could explode at someone at Whole
I don't
Foods.
do that no more.
I didn't. I held myself, but I was like, man, why are people so rude?
I sent you videos. Did you guys see the videos from Jose Gonzalez?
No.
The YouTube millionaire. He's made $1 million on YouTube. And I called him and see if he's going to come and...
Oh, was that that's who it was? Okay. Yes.
So he goes into certain places and he gives you a free phone. He gives you $1,000. He gives you $100 and walks away. Pay it forward. He's saying...
I should have given her $100 and see her
I
mouth
would
fall
have
on the
said,
floor.
here's $20 because you look like you need this more than me.
Yep, that's what I should have done.
And then she would have backslapped you.
But that's why Green Bay lost, all you Green Bay fans, because it was the lady at Whole Foods. So sorry. All you got to do is spend a little bit of bad energy. But that was my Saturday, and then yesterday I spent an hour making that tonic. I need to go get more peppers. But it is sitting in a jar.
You have to let it
marinating.
ferment now for
Yep.
about 14 days.
Yep.
You know, the funny thing about all of this is that you get to... What happened? What fell? Okay. The funny thing about all of... Good morning. The funny thing about all of this is that you get to see people. Like at Walmart, that lady screaming at me obscenities because I was waiting in the appropriate place and she wasn't.
Yep.
I should have told her, honey, why don't you just go?
See, I just
'Cause
don't get
you want
it.
to end the world because I'm standing in front of you. So, why don't you just go? So I did that. I went to a guy behind me, senior, and I said to him, would you like to go ahead of me? He says, no, I'm good. I mean, think about the psychology here. So if I tell you, would you like to go ahead of me, it's a no. Meanwhile, if you think I cut you, it's always a yes. Sybil.
But I have to tell you, I love the variety at Whole Foods, and I was able to find everything. But the people that were shopping there were so incredibly nasty on Saturday. Everyone. There was a woman who was agitating the man behind the deli counter for the chicken on the third row on the skewers. When are they going to be ready? He goes, well, the top row will be ready in 5 minutes. Well, I want the one in the middle row. They won't be ready for 20. Well, why not? He said, because it won't be ready for 20 because it went in 15 minutes later. Well, I want those. He says, all right, ma'am, then you're going to have to wait. Well, then I'm going to wait, and I want that one. She went, oh, this whole thing, and I'm like, are you kidding me? And then she screams to her husband behind her, we gotta wait 20 minutes because I want this one on row 2 on the rotisserie. Really?
I would have said, did you go to school and learn physics?
I'm thinking,
Take
do
a
people
toothpick.
have nothing, Faith Washington, do they have nothing better to do than to be nasty?
Take a sticky and a paper clip and put her name on that.
I was like,
Whatever her
wow.
name, Jackie. And stick it on the bird. And says, no, it's yours.
I mean, seriously.
You have to, there's nothing smarter than a 5th grade.
Why are people like that? Good morning, Slick.
I know that wasn't Kathy.
Why are people like that?
Because welcome to the world.
It's not. I have not experienced that in a very long time, which makes me go back into hibernation. I definitely have COVID PTSD hibernation. And I'm sorry to my friends who want to go out, and I go, I can't. I feel like I've got no friends left because I can't, because it's things like that that make me go, no, I'm going to stay home again.
It's really funny because a lot of people think it's going out. It's the people.
Well, people are when you go out,
Yeah,
yes.
but people in my house don't understand this. When I go to Trader Joe's, everybody decides to clump on me. Everybody decides, I'm going to shop right next to you. And I'm looking, so I'm moving back, and the more I move back, the more they get on top of me.
There's no social distancing. There's in the lines, yes, but while you're shopping, nope.
I used to pick my nose to keep people away, but I can't do that no more because
It's
now
like-
my mask is covering it.
And now at Whole Foods, it's great because everyone has all these shoppers, which I do as well. Now the shoppers got 2 carts, and they're like, vroom, vroom, vroom. I'm like, Whole Foods should do like a Whole Foods Instacart store. That's what I think.
You can do all of this shopping from your house. You don't even have to
I
leave your
do
house.
that, but I went to get a couple things for what I needed, and I thought, I'll run in and
They
run
do
out.
that. They pick it all up and bring it.
So that is what I will be going to do from now
Whole Foods
on.
actually delivers in 2 hours.
I know, but they don't have everything on the online that they have in the store. I
You
noticed.
just write it in. Call the manager. They'll put it.
So they don't have, when I went to Whole Foods, I was like, wow, there's so much stuff. When I do it online, not everything is there. So anyway, that was my experience, was why I hibernate. So my friends who ask me to go out all the time, so sorry, but it is those people in that classroom that made me go, nope, not going.
I know. There's not a lot.
I feel like I'm in class with Gen G going, and that, kids, is why this is the situation for everybody else. Because one wrong move does this to everyone. See, your father will understand this, right? Tell your dad.
Well, she
I
works in the
empathize
public.
with him.
Yes.
You ever get a person who says, I don't like this flavor.
Oh, all the time. All the time.
So do you take it back?
I mean, sometimes I'll be like, well, I can like remake it for you. I have to throw away their ice cream and then like make them something else. But they're never happy with what they get.
Don't you want to say then don't go for
many-
ice cream?
I don't understand people.
Yeah, her father have a conniption. You guys,
Yeah,
the
I've
customer's always
had-
right.
Lots of bad customer stories. So
I just don't understand. I think people need a class in being nice. All the things you learned in kindergarten of how to be kind to each other is what I think people
the
need.
kids are always have the best manners, and the adults are like anybody older than like 30, like always are like way more rude. Than the kids.
Unbelievable. Teddy and Val, you guys think you're getting out of this morning show? I didn't think so. Here, have a mic. And actually, I don't see Teddy, so she'd almost get out of this. But see, you sat in the hot seat. Yeah, there you go. We got to see how everyone's morning
Outside
went.
there's chairs out there if you want to.
Good morning.
Right by the, right, no.
You
no,
okay?
No.
What's the matter?
Right by the white sofa.
You're tired? What happened?
Did you bring the instruments?
No, I have to find them, I told him.
Oh, I thought you said you found them.
I have to go to the attic and get them.
Well, we have a trumpet and we have a violin, right?
What happened? Rough weekend?
No, I just didn't sleep well last night.
Welcome to my world. It's a whole nother story. I actually slept
Standing.
last
I'm
night,
alright.
so
Yeah.
this is why.
You have to learn how to sleep standing.
Why?
Because you will sleep. If you can fall asleep standing, you can fall asleep sleep.
It's staying asleep.
It was more,
true.
we slept on a blow-up mattress last night because I fell asleep and I didn't feel like going back to bed, so I was just on a blow-up mattress and it just,
Was it fully inflated?
it was fully inflated.
So then you should be able to sleep on those things. Like
Can you sleep on a
waterbed.
blow-up mattress?
I can sleep on it. I can sleep on nails.
Oh my gosh. I remember when Chelsea was born. Now I think back to what I made my mom do. When Chelsea was born, I was 25, and she flew out to Dallas, and we put a cot in the middle of my living room. We had a 2-bedroom apartment, tiny little thing. So Chelsea, of course, has the princess room to herself. And shouldn't wake the baby. So my mom slept on a cot in the middle of my living room, between my dining room and my living room, right? So it was like from here to there. I put this cot that just opened up, and I'm thinking, wow, I can't believe I did that. And I can't believe she did that. Like, going forward, would I do that? I guess I probably would do that, too. Isn't that crazy what we do? And you think back and go, you think your mom would do that? Mom, here's a
Oh.
blow-up mattress for you.
My mom, one of our dogs years ago got ACL surgery, and he doesn't like wearing the cones, and he couldn't jump on things. So her and I slept on our tile floor we had 2 leashes on him. We each had a leash around our wrists. And for like 2 weeks, we slept on the tile floor next to his dog bed to make sure he didn't jump on anything. So like if he moved, we would wake up.
That's
Why didn't
crazy,
you just
right?
get a dog cage? You put him in a cage.
He can't do that.
I've done it.
No, I'm
They
saying like
wouldn't.
him specifically. Like he came from a not great background.
Wow.
See what we do? How was your
No,
weekend?
not we. See what she does, because I wouldn't be doing that.
She lives my life of Jewish guilt. She really could have been my daughter from another lifetime. There is no doubt.
So anybody here ever slept on a waterbed?
Yeah.
You have, I know. Anybody else?
Yeah.
I have.
You have.
Yes.
You like it?
Loved it, man.
It's good for the back, isn't it?
It's
It
good.
contours.
It gives you swimming in it, man.
Are you
I was
swimming
gonna say
in
it's
it?
Do they
Yeah.
still make
1,000.
those?
Yes.
That's what I was saying.
No, they don't make them. They
They don't-
recalled them.
They recalled
They
them?
recall those, so they make the jelly beds.
They do.
Jelly beds?
Yeah, it's like a
Makes
gel.
me go back to the 70s. We could thinking of you in the 70s
No, don't think of
commercial
me.
on a
I didn't sleep in-
waterbed.
I didn't sleep in the 70s.
Can you imagine
anymore.
Freddie with a fro
No,
in the
no.
70s
No, no, no.
doing
Freddie
a
had
Waterbed
hair?
City
No,
commercial?
I would tell you, I was in. They have jelly beds. They have
Right?
jelly. They have the gel beds. You ever had the gel bed? It's like a.
Slick's laughing. He's like, oh, the visual. I know.
They recalled the water beds because people kept poking them.
Yeah. I was gonna say my sister had one. I think within a month of her getting it, she was eating in her bed and the fork pierced the bed. It was-
But
yeah.
did
She
you
got
And
it.
then
Yeah.
they blame the company. Your water bed leaks. No kidding. What's the fork in the middle?
I once dated a guy that had a waterbed.
I'm pretty sure you have.
Yeah.
My memories of a waterbed are very vague, but I remember it.
Do
Very
you remember
vague.
waterbeds in your lifetime?
Yeah, my aunt had one.
Really?
Yeah.
You were in your aunt's house. You were in auntie's house on her waterbed.
Yeah,
How was your weekend, Cracker Barrel?
it was good. A little busy.
Did you work?
I did.
So I called Jody right after Brady won yesterday
Yeah.
because there is a WNN Beasley radio station in Tampa. They actually have 6 or 5 stations. And they should be invited to cover it on Radio Row. So I asked her if she could get us on Radio Row. You won't sniff the field. You won't even see the games, but you'll see the monitors if they allow us to do a live production from Radio Row.
That sounds
Why
pretty
is
cool.
my
So
chest tightening, Kathy? Hence the 16 camera conversation we had a half hour ago.
Well, you know, I'm trying.
Now I know
I'm
why I
trying
can't
to
breathe.
be a good soldier, but I did one of these events for Obama's inauguration, when he got voted in to run for president in North Carolina. And I'm going to tell you something. There is nothing in the world like Radio Row when you're running with cameras. That camera was with me. And I went over and CBS kept saying, what is CBS? Came over to me, what is this? I had my other encoder. I says, this is TV. But you're on Radio Row. I said, so what? What are you doing here? I said, this Macy tell gimbals, and they were dying. Dying.
I'm having visions of Teddy running around with the beast going, stay away, stay away. And Slick going, oh, wait, I left my charger back in the studio. Am I right?
You'll be
He goes,
unforgiving.
I'm
if you
so
do.
sorry, guys. I got to go. He's dying because he knows.
He'll be standing there with the plug. I forgot my camera. Like a Dylan. Make sure you charge your batteries.
He's laughing so hard he can't even take it.
But it's true. So I'm hoping she's going to call today. I'm going to bug her some more. And I want to ask Mr. Beasley if he'll let us crew out to go. Now, at Radio Row, you get to meet all the people that come through. Like Dan Marino will be there. Everybody. Actors,
She's
actresses.
waking up.
I remember that Tampa's playing in Tampa, and I'm excited. You texted me last night, and I didn't.
And you went, huh?
Well, my TV, I guess, was behind because they hadn't officially won yet when you texted me. So I'm like, Dwayne Johnson did something? Like, what are you talking about? You're like, Brady. I was like, oh, that's right. Yes. Uh-huh.
So I'm going to assume you're going for Tampa.
Yes.
Yes.
Tampa?
Yes.
Gotta
Tampa?
go. Gotta.
Got to go
You're
with
not.
KC.
You're going with KC.
Go back.
KC may win, but you gotta
Yeah.
support Tampa.
I agree. Casey will probably win, but I will always support Tampa.
There you go. You gotta support Florida because DeSantis will screw it up anyway. So we just gotta ride the boat for him screwing it up.
What do you think Belichick woke up to this morning?
Was like, wow.
Maybe Brady is the greatest and he missed out. How can you trade? It's like when the Mets traded Tom Seaver, man, to Cincinnati. I cried for 3 days.
Why did he trade him? By the way,
Who?
Brady.
Like,
Why
he's
they
a
let
free
him
agent.
go?
They
Oh,
wouldn't
he
give him
left.
money.
Oh. How many millions was
20,
it?
what's he getting? 23 million a year for 2 years?
Yeah.
And you know what? I would pay it if I had. And they did it with no people in the stands. But his shirt is #1
Yeah.
in the NFL. Shirts. Stuff.
It was the
Lots-
first and only time I'll ever say, I love you, Tom Brady. Thank
It is
God.
the only time I will ever say that you are the greatest quarterback in the history of the game. No doubt.
You know what I want to do? I want to take a commercial break. I want to download the piece that Val did for Hank Aaron over the weekend. And it's on, I sent it to your email.
There's
I
a
want to
few things
download
that we
that
wanna
to
talk
play
about that.
because this afternoon we've got a special edition of where we're going
We
to be.
should play it. Oh, no, we're not playing it?
That's why I want to see if we can play it this morning.
He's got to find it. He's not going to find it.
So
Such
it's going to be
short
on your
notice.
email.
You're talking about hammering Hank. Hank Aaron.
And then yesterday, Larry King passed away.
I think he
saw
passed away
that.
Saturday.
Maybe it was Saturday.
Larry
So our
King.
condolences
I got
to
to
Larry
meet Larry
King.
King. Never tell you? For
Did
10
you?
minutes. He yelled at me.
He started in Miami.
He yelled at me. in New
He
York.
yelled at you?
Yeah.
Why?
What did you do?
He wanted me to go get him a cup of coffee. And I says, I'm sorry, I don't work here. Well, you can get me a cup of coffee anyway. And I said, no, I can't. So I made a deal. He signed. I used to have a foam cup that he signed. Good luck, Freddie, Larry King. And when I got divorced, I lost it.
Wow. So I had this vision that CNN calls Freddie and asks him to be the new Larry King show. Freddie Live.
And then Dawn woke up out of this nightmare.
No, really, because listen to how many people listen to what you say. Freddie said. It's about asking the right questions. It's about listening to the answers and always coming away with learning something from the interview more than you did not know. And that makes me think of you. You're going to see that phone's going to ring CNN 3 times.
I know. Then you wake up. Did you hear what Strahan said over the weekend
I'm
about?
stalling for Slick to find the video.
Are you ready?
I thought
In my email.
I know. I was waiting for you to find it.
Did you hear what Strahan said over the weekend?
No.
What'd he say?
They were talking about the cold weather because, they changed the field in Green Bay. Underneath the field, there is hot water now. It keeps the field playable because they should never have done that because it evens up the deal for people coming in. So I didn't know that. I would never have put money on Green Bay knowing that Brady's going to have a clear field. So that field is mushy. It's nice. It's perfect because of the temperature underneath the water, right? So Strahan says when you go to play in cold environments, because he used to play for the Giants, he used to tell people the cold is, let me get this right, the cold is momentarily, but winning is permanent. So I was sitting here and saying, wow, and Brady says he wants to put it on a shirt, but if you think about it, success in life, the pain is momentarily, but success is permanent. That, to me, was the whole way I started my weekend.
Interesting.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought that what he said was profound. So I sort of listened to stuff.
Differently. Again, Freddie at CNN. All right, let's. You get it?
Yes.
Yes? Yes, you can play it, or yes, I see it.
All right, we're going to play a tribute that Val did for Hank Aaron, who passed away on Friday. I got stuff for you guys to do for tomorrow. Then we're going to cut to commercial break. Write on in or give us a call, 888-994-4995. Val, this piece is amazing. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Of 714 home runs back in 1974. It was a record that he held for more than 30 years. He retired in 1976 with a career total of 755 home runs. Though thousands of fans came to their games, the Negro League players were not treated equally. Hank Aaron did make it, debuting for the Milwaukee Braves in 1954. Though he made 25 All-Star teams, Aaron continually faced obstacles white players did not, including death threats while approaching Babe Ruth's career home run record.
He climbed baseball's highest mountain in 1974, passing Babe Ruth to become the all-time home run champion. Aaron finished his career with 755 home runs, a record that stood for 33 years. He remains baseball's all-time leader in runs batted in, extra base hits, and total bases.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Fade to black and out.
Did you really go fade to black?
I really want to fade to black, and I'm like, how did that happen?
Good morning, Slick. Happy Monday.
We're gonna get this right.
Monday. This is
It may kill you. You're
How are
gonna
those
get this right.
headphones doing? So did you see, just so you know, people do listen to our show. The new thinking is to wear a surgical mask under your cotton mask
That's old news.
for extra protection.
That's
But
old news.
But it came out again this morning. But now it will hopefully alleviate all of my makeup on my mask, is what I'm thinking.
I told you, the best thing is to create the makeup mask. Peel it, put a new one.
I'm
Peel
thinking
it.
the surgical mask, we layer with some Velcro,
No.
and then only one earlobe.
Smart.
Not an issue for me.
I don't wear makeup either, but it's a good idea.
I
It's
do,
clean.
and
Teddy.
Very good idea.
wears makeup.
I think it's a great idea.
you've got your show tonight, too.
I do.
She's like, really? It's been 2 weeks already since you've been gone? Time flies way too fast.
You don't
That's
have your show
insane.
tonight.
No, I have it next week. I have a show tomorrow, and then I have my
Oh, okay.
restaurant show next week.
According
Okay.
to my
I thought that's what
book,
you were talking about.
your show is not tonight.
That's next
I'm
week.
proud of you for your book.
You should see this thing. It's packed. There's
Wait,
stuff
you're
in here.
you're actually writing it? I know. I'm shocked.
Not only am I writing it, I'm reading it. I'm reading it there.
Very nice.
That is good. That is what you got to do. You got to get organized.
Yes, I am organized. I got it all. The only thing I don't have organized is your Thursday.
I know.
You're a little bit iffy there with me. I don't know what you're doing. You're like all over the place.
I know. I don't know what I'm doing with my Thursdays either, but it will come. It always does, right? We're going to figure that out.
We have a secret to announce hopefully tomorrow. It's not official, but we may be a Comcast provider of commercials.
But I'm glad you waited for about a
congratulate-
2-second pause on that one.
Yeah, I was
We have a
gonna say,
secret
I was
to
like, we're
announce
gonna-
tomorrow,
Don't-
but let me
Excuse
share.
Tom Brady said it best.
What'd he say?
When you're the best, say you're the best. We're the best. Now they can go with anybody. I'm not saying that they won't leave tomorrow, but hopefully official. Don't congratulate me. Congratulate yourself.
I got to tell
It's a
you,
team effort.
I was looking for the case for the banner for Friday, and I opened up the trunk. That is like the trunk from beyond the grave.
It's
So,
not, it just has empty bags.
so my friends, before we go on our next live shoot, because people are asking us to go back on a live shoot, and we do have one in February, that trunk needs to be reorganized. We need to assess what we have, what we need, cables.
No, because I sent you a flock of stuff to reorganize, and I didn't even get, oh, interesting. Not even. I got totally ignored.
Your battery will be here today.
First of all, stop saying our battery.
Our battery for this will be here today. Our
But there's
battery
a whole
backup.
bunch of stuff I asked for.
No, you only that only
Oh
for
no,
the
I have
case.
to show you. It's in my book.
I was gonna say I didn't get a whole flock of stuff.
It's in my book.
I got the battery, and that is definitely a necessity. I had our executive producer going, I don't understand how you and Dawn do things, because why would you get a battery for one studio and not the other? It's COVID, it's a pandemic, it's budgetary sessions is what we do.
Yes, but now it's time to push the envelope.
And now it's time to forget the budget.
Well, we're going to negotiate. The other thing is
Negotiate.
that our friends from
How am I so much shorter than you? And I'm on 2 pillows.
Hey, Mr. DJ, we have a photo shoot commercial film tomorrow, which was going to be at Meisner. I'm thinking of changing it to Crazy Uncle Mike's because he has the parking lot, and I need the cars this way. And at Meisner, they're going to be this way. I don't like that. I like this.
That's a good idea.
I put a lot of thought into that.
Did we tell Mike?
What, to use his parking lot?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, I'm going to use your parking lot.
I like Mike's because I think he also had, we got to see where you're going to do it, but I think that's a great idea.
You think so?
I like that idea. And today we've got a shoot up at Lost Harbor Distillery in West Palm Beach. I don't know where Okeechobee Road is, so we'll have to put it in.
It's up there.
It's off. Is that Okeechobee Boulevard or it's different?
That's right by Sarah Spiritual. It's up there.
Oh, by
Right
that
before-
Okeechobee Steakhouse?
Right before, yes, exactly. Right before, it's right after the steakhouse, I think.
So we'll be up at the distillery today taking some film footage on that. So a lot of fun things happening. slowly, carefully, we do what we got to do. And yes, the businesses have been very kind that we go on locations to. They actually shut down for us to come shoot for a couple hours. So it's not open to the public, and we are more than happy to come to your business. Also, and instead of going live, to keep everyone safe, we record it and then we edit it second instead of everyone being there for hours setting up film.
That's right.
It's always a workaround.
Always. I'm thinking we should go on the show and take a medical team with us and give out the shot.
If there were any vaccines to be given.
Oh, there is none.
Oh, they ran out.
How can they run out when they sent 41,000, only used 21,000? What's the rest?
Did you guys see in the interview yesterday with the lady who...
Yes, the White House?
Yeah.
She said she was restricted from telling the truth. And
what do
she
you
was
think about
alone.
that?
I think
I
that
want to know what Kathy
think it's
thinks about it. You need to turn your mic on, number 2. Because this is number 2. Because this is right up Kathy's alley.
She was...
No, I sort of didn't, watch the news yesterday, but are they seriously, all the people that signed up for vaccine at Publix this week and other places, there's no vaccine?
It depends. Some states have, some don't. New York is out. New York is out of vaccine.
Let's put it this way. Publix may you sign up so there's a line, but they don't have any to distribute
They
just
might.
yet. Not yet. It could be today. It could be tomorrow, whenever it shows up. But what we're talking
Mount
about...
Sinai has no more vaccines in Miami.
It's the lady that was in the White House that was running this with Fauci, and then Fauci was on the outs, and she couldn't get President Trump's attention because people from the outside were bringing him charts that she's never seen and all that. The problem is that wasn't Vice President Pence in charge of this? I mean, I do recall them saying the Vice President is the man in charge of this whole thing.
I have a whole lot of issues with the whole thing that comes out that Trump had different graphs than the one she gave. So my question was, and no one had an answer for me on my days, who created the wrong graphs?
That's Pence.
Did Trump ask for the graphs to be only positive news, or was he given wrong information?
If I gave Trump an aspirin and said this cures coronavirus, I would have been on the news. He was looking for anything, any good news.
So who made up the wrong graphs? And if she knew her information was accurate and his was inaccurate...
They said not to say
Last I checked, there's a thing called the whistleblower where you go into protection and the information...
So you're going to do that in the middle of a pandemic?
Do you think maybe we could have saved some lives?
So why 4,000 people are dying
And maybe
a day,
the
she's going to
first-
be a whistleblower? Ain't happening.
She doesn't have to give her name. That's the whole idea, is you do it quietly.
Ain't happening.
It has been put out that it might not have even gotten to Pence or either of them. There are, in every political circle, a lot of
everybody's
bad
gonna
people
deny.
who have their bad intentions, and Trump was unfortunately kind of open with the bad people that he hung out with. And so it might have been somewhere farther down the line to where she turned in something correct, and somewhere in there said, that doesn't fit my agenda, and as it went up, you
So
know.
it's interesting, right? Maybe this is the information he got. Who knows?
Let me ask you a
There was
question.
an interview in the New York Times today with Fauci, who's now able to speak freely. And what's really clear from the interview is that no matter what anybody told Trump, he wanted a positive spin on it.
That's right.
So, anything that may be generated that isn't accurate may have been just in line with, well, he doesn't want to see this, so we're just going to amp it up to a different level.
That's right. But can I ask you a question? You ever heard the saying, the sand drawn in the line? The line drawn in the sand? Right?
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is my line. This was yesterday, and this is today. What difference does it make? Did we make mistakes? Absolutely. Did they make everybody?
It goes to her credibility
Hold
right
on,
now.
Hold on. She's retiring.
Because she has to.
She doesn't have to do anything.
She said she has
would
to
have
retire.
to rat out half of Congress, which I think is half asleep anyway. She would have to rat out people in positions of power. I get it. But you know something? This whole nonsense doesn't help us.
Of course not.
I'm tired of this. Let's find out what happened in January.
No, now we have to
last
go
year.
forward.
I mean, come on,
Well,
enough.
I think I agree with you to a point, but also if we don't figure out what happened, then whoever did that may still be in their position to mean that there's no reason that it couldn't happen again in the future.
Good point.
When they're saying a second wave is coming because it's really bad
But the
in
evidence
South
is
Africa.
there. We don't have enough.
But we don't know that
we don't
because
have
now we
enough-
know.
well, we don't have enough medicine.
We don't have enough medicine, that's
They
true.
left it to the states who are broke and don't know how to tickle their nose and scratch their feet at the same time. So you're going to give a child a bus to drive. So what are you going to get? A disaster. And here we have it. Instead of using the military, now they're using National Guard. Instead of using the military, now they're using the National Guard. Instead of using the military to get this thing done, we're going to wonder, how do we distribute the alleged amount of 41 million doses we got?
And we don't even have the doses.
We don't.
There's so many, but that's a good point. Is that person who falsified the information still in a position of authority? Are they still there? Whoever the theys are.
Well, the
theys.
bottom line is younger kids will get through it. Davy Johnson, my beloved Davy Johnson, who went to coach the Nationals. Don't like you did that. But he was in the hospital over the weekend with COVID. Okay? How many baseball players have we lost because of it? And Sutton's cancer through the COVID died. I mean, on and on and on. My 3 cousins, on and on and on and on. But again, here's the line. I need to work on today. You guys can all take it and find out who was guilty, not guilty. I don't care anymore. I care about tomorrow.
Well,
I
we have
wanna
to
see
protect tomorrow. But you know what they say? You say it all the time.
If you don't learn from history, you're bound to repeat it.
Exactly.
I get it.
Get out of my
But
head.
right now, we know we have a problem.
Yes, we do.
Anybody in here got their shot?
Nope.
My dad got his.
Congratulations.
And my grandma
to
got
you.
hers too.
There you go. What about your parents?
Thank God. My mom's not eligible yet, but my
Your
dad and my
parents got
grandma
it?
did.
My mom did. She got her
Okay.
first one.
I got trial vaccine.
Yeah, that's all. We haven't even talked about that.
What is that?
They were doing the trial study for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine up in Lake Worth. So my daughter and I went, figured we'd get 50-50 shot, placebo or vaccine. We went for the antibody test not this past week, and I'm good to go. I have IgGs and IgMs.
You have
So did
antibodies.
she. I have antibodies.
So you got the shot.
So we're assuming that I got the shot.
Yes.
Another friend of mine went 2 weeks later, and he just did the antibody test and has no antibodies.
He got the placebo.
He got the placebo.
So you had the J&J.
So I think I've had, and I'm supposed to get my second shot. I was in the 2-shot trial. There was a 1-shot trial that had already closed. So I get the second shot on day 59. And if I get, allegedly, if I get an appointment later on to get a Moderna or a Pfizer vaccine, and I show it to them, they'll unblind the study and definitively tell me whether I got the placebo or the vaccine. So-
Well, you got the vaccine because
I
why
think
in the
so.
world would you get antibodies?
Unless she
for
had,
placebo?
unless she had COVID.
But I would have been an asymptomatic COVID, but
Wow.
it
More
would be
mystery.
weird that both my daughter and I went the
Yes.
same day,
And you got the
and
shot.
we both had antibodies 3
Oh.
weeks later.
And how'd you guys do with the vaccine, whatever it was?
I had no problems, sore arm, and my daughter had like chills and fever and like felt basically not great for about 24, 48 hours.
I heard that the trial was more potent than the one they're giving out now.
J&J's
Because they had
not
to
out
go-
yet, though.
They had to go up higher to see what would happen. And for you guys over the weekend that call me, don't show your ignorance because we're all in this together.
Who called? I'm
It
afraid to
doesn't
ask
matter.
what that
It
was.
doesn't matter.
Ooh.
Don't show me your ignorance because I won't take your calls anymore.
Wow.
I'm serious about this, really serious, because you're talking about lives matter, and everybody's life to me matters, and making fun of people that are taking it because you're not going to, and that's okay. That's okay. I respect that, but respect those that are. Also, in the Super Bowl, 8,500 tickets are going to first responders. Did you see that? 8,500.
How many are they opening it up to?
8,500. 8,500 tickets. Oh, 21,000.
I was gonna say because you can still buy tickets, but the cheapest ticket you can buy right now is $9,000 plus all
Dylan
of the
is
fees.
going.
you have
buying
to
one.
do. Huh?
Dylan's dad
Did you
is
see
going.
Dylan's
Yeah,
gonna go?
I saw that. The cheapest you can get it with all your fees now is $11,000.
Wow.
So
It is going to go up. That'll be 50 grand by the end of 2 weeks. But the
Yeah.
nice thing about the first responders, from what I understand, is that they're giving every player 4 tickets. And every player doesn't know a first responder, especially the ones from Kansas City, unless they're going to bring them down. So if you have a contact at Tampa, yeah, my holla, because they're going to be giving them out. And again, it couldn't happen to a nicer group of people. You know, Chuck and Linda, as far as I'm concerned, are part of that. And I tip my hat because I know it's been hard for us. Can you imagine waking up and going to work for the last 11 months, last year, doing this thing, day in and day out? I see nurses crying on the news in the morning about what they're going through. And again, my heart goes out to them and the families that are lost. What are we at? Close to 500,000 now?
yeah.
Is that the next number?
I believe so.
This ain't no joke, man. Ain't no joke.
You know, it's interesting. Remember when it first was hitting Italy, and it was the first 500 people passed that day. And I remember the conversation you and I had and said, wow, we lost 500 lives. And now look, we're at 500,000.
And we lose 4,000 a day. I think the number, it's funny. They said the number's coming down of people getting sick. Of course, everybody's already got it. You know, and those that didn't get it, you got to sort of bob and weave.
And just a reminder, if you've already gotten it, you're not forever immune. There's no test that show that you can still get it again. Everyone in Atlantic Avenue who's not wearing masks and going to bars.
You're just being rebels
Just saying.
without a cause. That's all. It's just
Well, I
being
hear a
rebel.
lot of people say, well, I've already had it. I'm like, that's great. I got sick a few weeks ago. I had a cold. I'm still going to get another cold.
I have somebody who had it a second time, who knows somebody who got it a second time, and she died. I'm trying to bring him forward. He's too broken up right now to talk about it. She died. She died in the second time. So you want to play games? Go play games on the beach by yourself. you know?
Chelsea went out this weekend for the first time. She walked into a club with her mask on. No one else had their mask on. She ordered a drink. It fell. She said that was her sign. She left. She's like, I am not doing this. And she walked out.
It's good for her. Now, I hear that President Biden is going to make a mandate for travel restrictions.
With trains, buses, public transportation.
And he's also stopping flights to and from South Africa, who has, guess what? Merry Christmas! A new strain that this vaccine does not, I repeat, does not take care of. So he's going to put a stop to that. Wear your mask. You know, in here, you'll see me and Dawn not worried. All the kids have their mask on. We will put it right after the show. I'm even thinking of getting a paper mask to put it on during the show. I'm not so vain that I won't wear a mask. The problem is, it makes me sneeze. So if I start sneezing, is that worse than wearing it?
Sneeze.
That was just sneezing on your mask.
That's probably one of the grossest
They will
things
tell
you
you
can do.
in here, ladies and gentlemen, I got an assortment of
that's a nice
Yes, you do.
mask.
I
Where you
got
get that
colors. I got my smiley face. Not only that, but because you guys have decided that you're going to turn on a million lights in there, I'm going to be wearing my focals. So this is going to be the new look. I look like a popsicle.
I have a gift for you, actually.
What
This
do you
is
call it?
from Summer.
Summer.
Have you guys tried this?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's lip
Is it
gloss.
liquid?
It's it's chapstick that smells like Capistaro.
Really?
So, I'm giving this to you since you don't ever get any of the good gifts.
I don't like Capistaro smell. That
Hey, he smelled it through the mask.
It's kind of hard to smell through the mask.
I put that in.
Put that in your pocket,
And I'm
please.
going to be a popsicle.
Wow.
You look like the
see?
Invisible
You look like
Man.
I was going to say it's Snowman,
Like
the Invisible Man. Yes.
Are you guys
please,
still here?
Please take a
You
picture so we
do.
can put that
Would you
on our
guys-
story
are
for
you
the
guys
day.
still here? Hello?
That is your Lost Harbor spirit.
Wow, it's dark in here. Hey, how you doing?
I was just thinking, we don't have any pictures of you.
Look at the fogginess. I need
How
an
are those?
anti-
Are those good?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
You can't hear either.
I need an. It's blocking my ears.
They say the senses are
You
supposed
like
to
this?
take over.
What do you think? The Invisible Man meets Godzilla?
I wish I had my camera.
What do you mean? You wish you better have
It's,
your
it's
camera.
in there, man.
Okay, because we're gonna need it.
How was your weekend, PBS?
It was wonderful. Tired, working on the computer, doing homework.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. I
Yeah.
feel so. I gotta tell you, for all the people in here, me and you being the oldest, I feel so sorry for you. Because
Why?
I'm gonna throw so much at you.
Raises the
I'm
bar.
ready, man. I'm
Oh
ready.
no, you ain't never seen ready like this. Teddy will tell you when she first started, and I threw her, and then I think 2 days, Teddy.
Yeah.
And I said, "See ya."
Yeah, I think you were with me when I started at NN for like maybe a day or two, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna go have some meetings, bye. And I just kind of sat
You
there. I
had
was
to
like,
do Steve-O's
okay.
12 boards.
Yeah. I did Steve-O's 12 boards, I did Jordana's board, I did a bunch of our other boards.
It wasn't easy
there.
being Teddy. That's what happens when you get somebody out of the dark room.
Yeah, and now we've thrown everything back at Val, and today we threw it to Taylor. So PBS one set up the board, and we sent Taylor in to check it. How'd he do?
He did pretty good. I had to help him with a few things, but I think he'll get it pretty soon on his own.
I used her notes, which is pretty good. Only thing happened was when I went to the Facebook, it's 2 Facebooks there, and I logged into the wrong one.
Okay.
Other than that, I would approve myself.
We'll see. I still haven't given you a final test, but I'm gonna show you. I show Kathy. Kathy, you know how to turn that board on and everything else.
Oh,
And
100%. Just
and
leave it to me tomorrow.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut this off. You're gonna show me today.
Okay.
Well, I don't
I'm
I don't
down for
have a tomorrow. We gotta go today. You know how to do this board and all of its elements, everything, phone call and everything.
Not phone call.
Everything.
but Everything else.
You're never a little pregnant. You're very pregnant, right? That's what I'll be doing. I know you know it, but you and me, we're going to school today.
No.
Oh, yes. Wait till you see what we're going to talk about today. Now, because the reason we're doing this today is because we are going to invite public in to, and again, it's going to be by appointment only, to come in, tour up, and see if they want to do their commercials on television because, believe it or not, being that the Super Bowl is in Florida, now would be the time to get your business out there because everybody wants to watch what on Super Bowl Sunday? Come on.
The commercials.
That's right. Hey!
Best part of the Super Bowl.
That is
I was
why.
gonna say, I don't understand the hype. I guess I don't understand the hype of commercials during the
Well,
Super
try
Bowl.
20,
Oh my
try
God.
50 million people.
You don't remember Pug Monkey Man?
No.
What was that? It was Pug Monkey
Doritos.
Man.
Half the time I'm working during the Super Bowl, so I don't even watch
Well,
it.
then
The commercials
call
are the
in
first
sick.
memes for the whole
Huh?
year.
Call in sick. You
Okay.
can watch the Super Bowl on your phone now. Oh, I'm sorry. Nobody does that.
We're not allowed to be on our phones at work, so it's like
Well, then your
I
people at
don't
work
watch
just
it.
don't understand. Because there ain't going to be nobody there. They're going
All
to be
right, the
all...
Bernie Sanders meme, since we missed inauguration, I didn't
Oh!
know what it was, and I finally said to Chelsea on Saturday, what is this that's everywhere? She goes, Mom, that was Bernie Sanders meme that's from the inauguration. And I'm like, oh,
You haven't
okay.
seen
Can I tell you? So
My mom made a few.
Stand
My mom made a few memes out of Bernie Sanders because she's
He
like a
was
genius
crazy
with
Uncle
Photoshop.
Mike's.
those
Yeah.
mittens that he was wearing are recycled, like sweaters. Sorry, from a teacher that he knew that used to sell them. And apparently, she had him make a formal statement saying, "Stop contacting this woman because she was getting millions of orders in for these mittens, and they wanted the exact ones that he had." And she's like, he's a friend of mine. I just made him
I
That's
can
mittens.
get you the
hilarious.
if you need the mittens, give me a holler.
I want the mittens.
I have them.
Totally want the mittens.
I
want
have
the
the
Bernie.
mittens. I have them. I have them. Strictly.
Do they go with your hat?
You know I got the hat.
I know you got that hat.
I have the. I didn't know that was a thing. You guys want the mittens? I'm the mitten king.
It's a thing, the Bernie Sanders meme. I didn't realize who it was, and I kept seeing it. I'm like, by the third time I said to Chelsea, what is this? And she started rolling. She goes, Mom, it's everywhere.
Yeah, so he was at Crazy Uncle Mike's.
It is.
People were making these comments over like Bernie stopped by. He had other stuff to do that day. He had some errands to run. He stopped by for a quick minute. The inauguration, his pop-up folding chair.
The folding chair.
I
I
want
mean,
you to
that
play
was
him on
the
the
best.
stage and let's put it out.
We've got the
Okay.
folding chairs.
Oh, bet.
Let's do that. Now, you know, the bottom line is if your business is in South Florida, east, west, north, south, now would be the time to put your noise out there because people are actually, what is that?
The H is coming off.
Oh, good. I'm glad you told me that because I have to report that to our friend. Did she almost fall?
Only when the chair slipped out from under. You're lucky that didn't have wheels.
What size feet are you?
She does crack
Maybe your
herself
feet are
up.
too small.
She almost fell on the chair.
Feet are small. And
What size?
they vary from like a 5.5 to a 7.
That's the problem.
Oh,
To
got
7.
little feet.
What,
I'm
do
half
you-
to a 7?
What do you
To a
stretch?
7. It depends on
Barbie.
It depends on the
A 5.5
shoe.
to a 7. What, one foot is bigger than the other?
foot. Honestly. Oh my god.
Goodness.
Her foot is literally
You have
half the
munchkin
size
feet.
of mine.
I mean, in these sandals, I'm a 5.5, and
You got
sneakers,
munchkin
it's like a
feet.
7.
That's why you keep tripping. Now I get it. She has munchkin
I went to
feet.
put the batteries in her hand the other day and they fell out. She's got the cutest little hands too. They all don't fit in her hand. She's really cute.
She's like a miniature size real deal.
Cracker Barrel.
She got a
Barrel
mini
in the
barrel.
house.
Mini Cracker Barrel.
Oh my gosh.
Size 5 feet tall. I could see when you got on the chair. It looked like you had like 2 sticks, like 2 toothpicks. That's why you trip all the time.
My mother would say I just have bad balance. That's why.
That's like, you know, on the Olympics when they're on that pole, what is that called?
The balance beam?
Yes. You do it like in a balanced toothpick.
Yeah.
But I'm bummed. I know. There you gotta go.
Look at the size of her feet.
You ready to rock and roll? We got some work to do.
It's like, don't be jealous because you got a size 8 wide, 6 foot. 6 foot, 8 wide.
But before we go,
6
Slick,
foot.
I gotta find out, Digit City over the weekend?
No.
It was
No.
actually mostly relaxing. I was working on some pieces.
No. Crash and burn.
All right.
I spoke to your brother.
You've got the final piece of the Hank Aaron ready to roll?
Yes.
All right, so
All
we'll
right.
send it on that.
All right. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you later. Be safe.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Oh, we're not going to do 12, so.
Famously broke Babe Ruth's record of 714 home runs back in 1974. It was a record that he held for more than 30 years. He retired in 1976 with a career total of 755 home runs. Though thousands of fans came to their games, the Negro League players were not treated equally. Hank Aaron did make it, debuting for the Milwaukee Braves in 1954. Though he made 25 All-Star teams, Aaron continually faced obstacles white players did not, including death threats while approaching Babe Ruth's career home run record.
He climbed baseball's highest mountain in 1974, passing Babe Ruth to become the all-time home run champion. Aaron finished his career with 755 home runs, a record that stood for 33 years. He remains baseball's all-time leader in runs batted in, extra base hits, and total bases.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.